Ever wondered if you could build a full SaaS app without writing a single line of code yourself? Today, I am going to show you exactly that, building a real mutual fund calculator app from scratch. We will use Claude to plan it, write the code, and even fix the bugs along the way. And we will build it using React, Vite, and Bootstrap, all running inside VS Code. The app will have 4 calculators: SIP, Lumpsum, a compare tool, and CAGR. Every number will update live as you move the sliders with clean charts and instant results. We will start with just a simple prompt to Claude asking it to plan the whole project. From there, we will turn that plan into a proper project file Claude Code can follow inside VS Code. Then, step by step, we will watch the project come to life, file, folders, and components one by one. Along the way, we will hit real bugs, broken sliders, wrong calculations, and fix them live. And by the end, we will turn a basic layout into something that actually looks professional. So if you are curious how far AI can take you in real development, stick around. Let's build this together. Let's get started. We will begin by opening Claude and giving it a prompt to create a new SaaS application. Here we are asking Claude to build a mutual fund calculator using React and Vite. I have asked it to first generate a plan, and once that's ready, we will move on to the technical details. Claude is now generating the plan. As you can see, it's laid the plan out across different phases. Since we don't need separate phase 1 and phase 2 and just want a minimal MVP, we will stick to phase 1 only. In phase 1, Claude has outlined 4 features. The first is a SIP calculator, which takes monthly investment amount and expected return as inputs and outputs the total invested amount, the estimated returns, and the maturity value, along with a chart and the underlying formula. The lump sum calculator works the same way, showing the invested amount, the returns, and a chart. This one uses a pie chart, and next is the SIP versus lump sum comparison feature. This compares SIP and lump sum side by side with the same inputs and outputs plus a combined chart. And finally, there is a CAGR calculator, which also includes its own inputs, outputs, charts, and formula. It's also given as a UI layout. This is a single page app with a top navigation bar containing all 4 features: SIP, lump sum, compare, and CAGR. In each tab, the left panel holds the inputs and the right panel shows the results and charts. This updates live as you move the sliders, so the inputs and results change in real time. The app is also fully responsive and supports both dark and light modes. There is one thing we want to change though. It's planning to use Tailwind CSS, but we would rather use Bootstrap instead. Let's ask Claude to make that change. Claude is working on it now, and it has switched everything over to Bootstrap. It's now using React Bootstrap along with Bootstrap. You can see the build order here: setup Vite plus React, install Bootstrap, then build the SIP calculator, lump sum, compare, and CAGR. The only key change is that we are using Bootstrap in place of Tailwind CSS. Now let's turn this instruction into an MD file, which we will use in VS Code with the Claude Code plugin. It's created the MD file. You can see it includes the tech stack, install commands for setting up the project, the folder structure, what apps.jsx does, the 4 features we discussed, and how the UI should behave. It also notes that updates should be live. Slider values should round to clean numbers. There should be a dark and light theme, and it defines the routes for the React project. There are 4 routes, one for each feature. Each tab corresponds to a single route, and that's the plan. Now I will ask Claude how to use this MD file to build the application in VS Code. Since we are using the Claude Code extension, I also want all the npm installs to use a global cache because installing dependencies separately for every project takes up a lot of disk space. Claude has responded, and you can see the project will include a Claude.md file, which can be used to build the project. It has given some example build commands, and it points out something important. There can be three types of Claude.md files: global, which applies everywhere, local, and project level. We will use the project level one. It has also answered our second question, why we are using PNPM. PNPM is what enables a global install cache. It explains that with PNPM, dependencies are stored once globally and shared across projects, and shows how to configure the global store. The install command works just like npm install, it's simply PNPM install. Now I will ask Claude to update the Claude.md file with everything from this conversation. That way, all our changes will be reflected in the updated file. It's now overwriting Claude.md with the updated content. It's done. You can see it has added the latest details about PNPM along with everything from before. Let's take a look. I can see the package manager update is included along with the PNPM install command. The PNPM config for the store location is there too, and everything else looks unchanged. I think we are good to move forward with this. Let's go ahead and start building. We have opened Claude inside VS Code, and now we are going to run it against the Claude.md file. We will open a new folder, name it one coffee tech, and inside it create a subfolder called MF Calculator. This will be our project folder. So let's open it. We will trash the workspace, then open the Claude.md file and place it inside our project folder. Now Claude.md is in our project folder, and we are giving the command to follow it and build the project. It's now building the project and prompting for the PNPM install. We will allow that, and you can see node modules and package.json have been created. There are some issues with PNPM though, and it's restructuring the project. Claude is trying again from scratch. We will allow it, and it recreates all the files with a proper React project structure. You can see the to-do items are now complete. It's now generating package.json from the to-do list and asking to rewrite the Vite config file. We will allow that. Index.html is created, and it will continue scaffolding the rest. You can see the index.html file is in place. We are just rearranging the windows for better visibility. Once the rest of the to-do list is complete, you will see the workspace file, and it's now writing main.jsx. We will allow it. It's now updating everything. Math.js being generated. It includes calculate SIP, calculate Lumpsum, and calculate CAGR utility functions. Next is format.js, which handles currency formatting. It includes format currency, format lakh, and format percent. Now the input panel and the result card. The result card is where the output is displayed, and the chart area holds the pie chart and other visualizations. As you can see, there is an area chart, a pie chart, and a bar chart. So 3 chart types in total. We will allow that, then move on to the tab bar. This holds all 4 tabs: SIP, Lumpsum, Compare, and CAGR. displayed at the top. It's using Bootstrap's nav component, and we will allow this as well. Next, it builds app.jsx with routing and the dark and light mode toggle. You can see there is a toggle button. There is a header with the MF calculator name, a button to switch between light and dark mode, and all the routes you can navigate between. Let's try clicking through the tabs. This looks good. Lumpsum, Compare and CAGR are all there too. We will go ahead and confirm. Now it's building out the calculators. Here is the SIP calculator. The first one is now ready. In the SIP calculator, you can see the input panel is being used. The rest of the calculators have now been created. Now we are starting the dev server, and Claude is building the project to check for any errors. Let's check. It's built successfully with no errors. Now it's starting the dev server and checking whether it's responding. We will allow this command. It will run on port 5173 at http://localhost:5173. The dev server is now live and serving correctly. After that, it shows a summary of everything created as part of the mutual fund calculator project. As you can see, it covers main.jsx, math.js, utils and everything else we discussed, and it's running at http://localhost:5173. Let's open Chrome now and paste in localhost:5173. This is the UI we have built so far. Let's test the theme. Clicking dark switches it to dark mode. Now let's check whether the sliders are working properly. Let's try dragging the sliders. The sliders are moving smoothly and both the text box and slider value updated together. Now let's check the duration slider. That is working as well, and you can see the chart updating accordingly. Now let's check all the text boxes by changing their values directly. That is working too, and the chart updates correctly. Invested amount, estimated returns and maturity value are all populating as expected, and both segments are showing on the chart. Now let's go to the lump sum tab and check the other tabs to make sure the sliders and charts are all working fine. I am noticing one issue here. The sliders work fine, but after a point the backspace key stops working on some of the input values. That is one issue we will need to fix. Let's check the expected annual return field too. Same problem, backspace is not working. Let's get that fixed. We will ask Claude to make sure backspace works correctly across all the input components. We have also noticed that there is a minimum restriction set on all the values. We don't want any minimum restriction on the sliders or the input boxes. The only check we want is that values start from 0. In other words, just make sure they cannot go negative. Let's let it run. It's updating all the components and the build is clean. Let's see what changed and verify it in the app. They are working. And when we type a value, both the text box and slider update together. Backspace is working now too. There is still one issue though. The maximum value has not been set for the text boxes yet. Right now, we can enter any value with no upper limit. For instance, the monthly investment field should max out at 1 lakh and the expected annual return should cap at 30%. The sliders work fine, but the text box still lets us enter 31, which goes beyond our limit. Same with the duration field. The slider works, but we can still type in a value above 40. So we will ask Claude to set proper limits on the SIP calculator. Monthly investment capped at 10 lakh, expected annual return at 30% and duration at 40 years, with the text boxes restricted to these same maximum values. Let's test it again. The sliders are working fine, but the maximum value check still is not properly implemented across the text boxes. Let's ask Claude to fix this. We will tell it the input boxes are still allowing values beyond the maximum and ask it to correct that. You can see the input panel has been updated. Let's test it now. And yes, we can no longer enter value beyond the set limits. That is fixed. Let's check the rest of the component to make sure everything is working. One issue we have found is that the CAGR value is always showing as 0, with the actual value appearing separately at the bottom. So we will ask Claude to fix the CAGR calculation, since it's consistently returning 0. Let's let it work. It's updating the CAGR calculator component, and if we refresh the page, you can see the CAGR value now displays correctly. As we change the input values, the CAGR percentage calculates properly. Now the last thing left is the look and feel. Right now it does not feel very professional, more like a college project. So I will ask Claude redesign it to look more polished, add some finance related images and improve the overall styling. I also want to change the fonts. Since the current ones are quite basic, I will have it pull better fonts from Google font and adjust the sizing and styling. It's working on this now, and it has created an app.css file with new fonts, gradient cards, redesigned tabs and style sliders. We will allow the apps.css changes along with any related updates wherever needed. The build comes out clean and it's updated the typography, the navbar, the tabs and the result cards throughout. Images have been added too, and the new styling is applied consistently across the input panels, charts and calculator page backgrounds. And here is the new look and feel. It looks clean and professional and everything continues to work as expected. And that's it. A complete mutual fund calculator built almost entirely with Claude AI guiding the way. From a single prompt to a working professional app. This is what's possible when you pair AI with the right workflow. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Drop a comment if you want me to build the next page or try a different project altogether. I am One Coffee Tech and I make videos like this every week on AI and full stack development. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.